Hello, this is Margaret Kuhlman of Soul Astrology. The new moon on the 5th of October is in Libra, the sign of balance, harmony, a desire for beauty, justice, gentleness, pleasantness, balance. The main problem can often be the desire for balance at all costs, and we only see balance in passing. Our breathing, our heartbeat, stepping forward 1 foot at a time, all ensures that we sway, that the scales are always moving. So balance is something we have to bring with us as an attitude, always correcting from imbalance, and knowing that in the great scheme of things, harmony is always there. Opposite to the new moon is Uranus, and Uranus is still in Aries, forming the other point of a T-square with Pluto. One of the difficulties of Libra is balancing how much for me and how much for others. How much do I give in order to maintain balance or achieve harmony? And Uranus in Aries is suggesting the possibility that the only way to have anything for yourself is to pull out, to get away from relationship, to be on your own. So we may find a vacillation within ourselves very strong this month, between wanting to be the best we can in our relationships and needing space to ourselves. The square to Pluto suggests that what really we need to be working on is that pattern that Pluto is a part of and has been for some time, this triangle of blue and green, trines and sextiles. And emphasizing this as the important triangle is the fact that Mercury is at the Scorpio end of it, Mercury being our consciousness, how we are communicating, what we tend to be talking about, and the tone of voice with which it comes out. This is increased by the fact that the chart itself has Venus in Scorpio too, our way of relating, so that whatever we intend, our sound, our tone is coming from a very deep emotional place where we hold convictions and can be static, stubborn even. So Mercury moving through Scorpio for the whole month, and in fact on the 21st of October, just after the full moon, becoming retrograde, moving back through Scorpio until November the 10th, and then, only then, moving forward through Scorpio to complete it. So we have Mercury in Scorpio for quite a long time, and all of this time we'll be dealing with the depths, from the depths. The first half of October has Mercury over the North Node and Saturn, and later, at the end of October, going backwards over the Saturn and North Node, which suggests that what is coming up in our minds and in our communications is exactly what we need to be aware of, to focus on, and basically to sort out. Much of it may have to do with our physical circumstances, our material stability, security, finances, with the South Node being in Taurus. But the ways of sorting it depend more on our attitudes, our emotions, what we actually do, how we decide to regard life. Mars is the energy we do things with, still in Leo at the beginning of the month, Venus having just escaped from being exactly square to it. So there may well have been some relationship turbulence before this new moon. And Venus moving forwards very soon after the new moon, the 7th of October, moving into Sagittarius, lifts how we relate to each other into more exploratory, adventurous, light-hearted ways. And the Mars will move into Virgo by the 15th of October, which will greatly assist doing something with all that we discover in Scorpio. So the problems that need solving are likely to show up during the first part of this month, with Mars joining in Virgo to help solve the problems, to do something about it during the second half. The discovery and the sorting of problems, the solving of things, is likely to be the serious work of this month. But with the Sun moving through Libra and Venus through Sagittarius for most of the month, it could be that the relationships support the work rather than being the problems themselves. This is a month when we need to be prepared to take things seriously, not to think that we can skate over problems or play to the detriment of being grounded and focused. There is much to be learned, to be worked, to be achieved. The picture at the full moon on the 19th of October is quite different in terms of the Libran dilemma between the energy given to relationship and the energy for oneself, with the opposition of Sun and Moon making a T-square to Jupiter in Cancer. Uranus has shifted out of that picture, and Pluto, and the Libran experience becomes more a matter of learning how to hold one's own within relationship, how to stay with one's own experience at the same time as being sensitive to the other. If anything, the thing to watch out for there is not to get so immersed in the emotional field that one loses touch with both oneself and the other in a mess of emotion. But with Mercury trining the Jupiter, still fairly close to Saturn and going to retrograde across it once more, I think our understanding will be much clearer than that. So the ability to communicate about the emotions that are going on. Still a lot of work, where communication is the most important thing, communicating the truth at a deep level, sorting things out at a deep level, with a lot of care and nurturing shown by that Jupiter. So this is the flavour of the second half of the month. We can only do our best. And the most delightful thing is that the Spirit never demands more than that. We are so loved in the enormity of this life. Relax and surrender. You cannot fall. Let the wings of love fly you into the beauty of companionship, knowing that everyone is a little bit blind. Allow kindness to well up in you and spill out to those you meet. Suffering is the result of holding on to what you think saved you in the past. But you cannot fall. There is nothing to fear so much that you lose your trust in the sea of love. Breathe deeply and face again the wounds. They are all your own, though another body may feel them, and your love is the healer of them all. Letting love flow through your heart, you join with all life, and the beauty of truth becomes radiant.